Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another reading. This time it's on Cardi B. So her new album is supposedly coming out, and she just released a new single. I think the new album is MIA the Drama, and I think the new song is like Imaginary Players. Apparently it's flopping. I didn't even know the album was supposed to come out soon. I feel like it's not getting any buzz. The streams aren't doing well, and I'm gonna take a look at what's going on. Why? Like, why is it flopping? What's going on with this album rollout? Is her career in trouble? Is it going to get better? This, that, and the other. So remember, these readings are all legend for tapers only, and let's get started. If you like these, hit that join button down below to join the YouTube members. A bunch of additional content. You can get celebrity readings that you can't get anywhere else. Pick a card, story times. You can win a reading from me. There's stuff on heaven, hell, demons, lots of stuff like that. Join button down below. All right. I've done readings on Cardi before, but let's see. So Cardi, the album, how it's going to do. Ooh, underperforming. Is she in trouble? Yeah. They want to drop her. So Cardi's the Two of Wands, which says that she's fighting them on the direction of this album, what she wants and what they want. They're at odds. The Justice card is about following through with contracts, but the Six of Pentacles would be about like the sort of how it's going to go, and that's about underperforming. That's also about not following through with every single thing that you're supposed to do either. It's almost like they're going to call it a wash and not do certain things they're supposed to do. It's almost like they're going to retract some of her, some of the money for the marketing, because the singles aren't doing well. There's some sort of like cutting the budget and cutting our losses. The Four of Wands, they want to drop her for sure. That's a change of environment. They want to drop her real bad. Why? They're very unhappy with her. They're unhappy with her personal life. But the Devil card here, they feel like she's really hard to work with. It's her attitude. They feel like she's really hard to work with. They feel like she doesn't listen very well. There's this feeling of like, the imagery I'm getting is like bite the hand that feeds. There's this feeling of like, you're not following directions. The Temperance card is about patience and balance. The Queen of Pentacles is career, and the Ten of Wands a burden. They do feel like they waited too long, or she waited too long, but there's this feeling of like, she's, you know what's interesting? They feel like she promotes other people. There's a bone to pick that they have with the fact that they feel like when she speaks, she promotes other things or people more than herself. I wonder if it has to do with the beef that she gets in, because there's this feeling of like when you talk, other people benefit. Why don't you benefit from it? There's this like frustration that they have with her. It's like when you get into shit, other people keep benefiting, but you don't. What is going on here? Why? Oh my God. Okay. You know what it is? They feel like her fan base is just not... Didn't she get pissed at her fan base for not buying shit? Because that's what it is. The Judgment card is reversed, which is like her fans and the general public, and it's reversed. The Five of Cups is about predicting disappointments. The Nine of Pentacles, the powers that be that kind of are pulling the strings behind her, the label and things like that, they feel like her fans don't follow through. There's a feeling of like your fans aren't following through. Like, what's going on? Oh, I see what this is. She was given an ultimatum that if she can't prove that her fans will follow through, they were going to slash the budget. Or they were going to pull back some things. And the fans weren't able to pull through. And she suffered the consequences for it. That's why they feel like she has an attitude, because she was overly confident in her fans, and she was betting on her fans being able to do something, reach some sort of milestone or something, or purchase something or stream something, and they didn't, and now she's going to pay for it. That's why they feel like they don't like her attitude, because she was so like adamant about this and pushy about it. And she was like, no, like this is serious. They're like, fine, we'll give you one last chance. And she blew it. So now there's an emergency like redo. It's almost like a rewrite where it's like, okay, we gave you the chance. You blew it again. And so now we're coming in. They want to re-commercialize her entire brand and her album. If they had it their way, they would scrap her shit and redo it, and have her work with hit producers. They want her to... Ooh. I mean, I don't think this is a bad thing, but maybe it is. I don't know. The Three of Wands, the Hermit, and the Three of Pentacles. First of all, they're not comparing her to Nicki. They're comparing her to Megan. That's number one. Number two, I also think that both Megan and Cardi are being compared to Doja Cat, more so than Nicki right now anyways. And then that's because we're looking at them wanting her to transition into more pop. They want her to have a pop rap sound rather than a rap pop sound. They don't want her to make hardcore rap music. They don't even really care for her to make the rap music. They want pop. What I'm seeing in my mind's eye is competing with Doja's release and competing with that one song that Megan had that was like everywhere. What was it? The one, the Japanese one that was like viral. And then I see them pointing to like Anaconda as like the OG. Like they want her to have that sound. That's what they want. They don't want anything else. They don't want anything else, and they're gonna push this because the Star's upright, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Swords. They're gonna get some sort of return on their investment monetarily, and so they're like, if we have to make you rewrite or re-perform or redo one of your songs, we will. They want her to be a pop star more than a rap star. That's what it is, and it's gonna happen whether she likes it or not, or they're gonna drop her. But either way, that's what's gonna happen. But I don't necessarily think this is a bad thing. I don't know why she's pushing so hard against this. This is the best thing for your career, and it's smart. The Eight of Cups, the Two of Swords, see what I mean? It's like that ultimatum that's being given. Like, you're either going to do this or you're going to be dropped. And I don't know why she's letting her ego get in the way. I don't think it's a bad thing to make something that's more poppier. There's a market for it. It does well. Maybe, I guess it's just the ego thing, but... I mean, no shade, but if you were this passionate about being a rapper, why didn't you release music for so long? Right? I don't know. Nine of Cups upright, Nine of Pentacles, excuse me. It's the truth. And the Hierophant reversed. Yeah, they feel like, that's exact. They also want her to like be like, they still want her to have access to, her to be able to put her on other songs too. Because they feel like if Cardi is on a track, they have the potential to market it. And they do like the fact that she does bring attention to things, but it's never herself. It's always a mess or a situation. So it's like, it's not that they feel like she's completely useless. It's just that that she's fighting them on the direction they want her to go down. And to be honest with you, they're right. She needs a more poppier sound. She needs the more like simple, melodic, kind of like catchy tunes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little worried about this album. I feel like what this album was and what it will be are two different things. There's some sort of change in direction or retooling, or I don't know. They're not pleased, and I think they're going to get their way. So I don't know if they've already touched the album and fixed it, or if they're going to, or if they're going to make her re-release something or release something else. I don't know. There's just some sort of retooling that I'm seeing behind the scenes of like, what are you doing? You're going more of a poppy sound, whether you like it or not. I don't know, dude. I'm a little worried because Five of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Pentacles, and Four of Pentacles. I mean, they need their money. They put way too much into her, and they feel like they've lost a lot already. You know what's interesting too? I think what I saw when I said like, oh, they want her fans to be able to prove themselves. I think they pulled back on the things that they do to help people chart and stuff like that. I think they pulled back completely and said, fine, you don't want to listen to us, let me see what you can do on your own. And her numbers lately have been what she's been able to do on her own without any like, maneuvers that they do to help chart things. And then they kind of set her up to fail because they knew she was going to fail. So She kind of got played and a little bit manipulated, but play the game. That's the only way you win. Yeah, Fool, Seven of Wands, and Ten of Swords. Also, there is another up-and-coming person that they want her pushing. There's a new person. I know we recently had oh my god, what's her name? Dochi. I know we recently had Dochi pop up, who I love, by the way. But there's someone new that they're trying to push, and they want it to fulfill the niche that they wanted Cardi in. Someone who's like poppy and cute and has a big personality, but maybe isn't like super hardcore rapper. They're looking for a niche like that, and they want someone to kind of fulfill Cardi's role. So they're kind of aging Cardi out of this role. This might be her last album, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, they're not pleased because they're like, we had this idea for you. It would have been great for you. Why are you fighting on us on this? You're not listening. And they're thinking of looking for someone who's younger, especially because in that Fool's like, we want someone younger who can relate, who can be relatable. You're not relatable to Gen Z. You're not relatable to these younger people, especially now that she's like more of a mother and she has all these kids and stuff. Like, they're looking for someone younger. So they're looking not only to help, they're not only looking to replace her, they're looking to get her to promote her replacement. It ain't looking so good. I'm going to be honest. It ain't looking so good. And she knows this. She knows this. And she's trying, but it's a little late. It's a little late. So this might be her last big project. There's changes after this for sure. Whether or not they drop her is going to be up to her if she's going to listen or not. But either way, they're putting their money into someone younger and different. You know what I see them looking for? Like a mix between Ice Spice. It's giving me Ice Spice meets Cat's Eye meets Pink Panthers. They're looking for something like that. Also, I see them wanting to push another white rapper, like a white female rapper like Iggy. That's the next step as well that I'm seeing. You heard it here first. They're going to start to push a female white rapper, like really soon. They want like pretty princessy pop. Think like Sweetie. I know you guys are going to go, Sweetie, but that's the kind of vibe they're looking for. Someone who will kind of like be pretty and preppy and follow the rules. I don't know. I don't really know if that's kind of the direction they're going to try and push rap, I think. Interesting, right? At least the niche that Cardi is under. I'm sure there'll always be, I mean, Dochi's doing really well and she's a pretty good rapper, so I'm sure there'll always be that lane, but for this lane, this is the direction they're going down. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember, this reading is all alleged for entry only. So join the YouTube members. There's a link down below. Until next time, see you later. Not me getting rap industry tea in this reading.